DeWanna Bonner is an absolute legend, and this is one of the lowest of the low things that I've seen in sports.
Dana Bonner is out and fans feel betrayed. But there's a silver lining. After a 5-game absence due to personal reasons, it's now official. Dana Bonner is no longer with the Indiana Fever. What's shocking fans isn't just her departure, it's the why behind it. Fever fans, who stood by Dana during her unexplained absence, are now feeling more than just disappointment. They feel let down. Bonner wasn't just another player, she was brought in to be a veteran leader, someone who could mentor Caitlin Clark and help guide the Fever in their quest for a championship run. This isn't about the hype that surrounded her signing, it's about the reported reason she asked out. And that has left a bitter taste. But here's the twist, this might actually be a blessing in disguise. The Fever have had a season full of ups and downs, and while Bonner's exit is a blow, recent developments suggest the team may be better off in the long run. Let's break it all down. And hey, if you had a feeling Dana was already as good as gone, give this a quick like, and don't forget to subscribe for more WNBA updates.
When DeWanna signed with the team, she said at this point in her career she's playing for championships and obviously have championship experience in those veterans they brought in. How much did that get to add to the culture or just what it takes to win at a high level?
Yeah, I mean, DB has been tremendous. Like, she's such a selfless leader. Like, she's here to win. She says that, but she really means it.
In an off-season filled with optimism for the Fever, Dana Bonner was seen as a cornerstone of a potential championship run. With multiple All-Star selections, championship rings, and still producing solid numbers at 37, she brought more than just stats, she brought leadership. Last season, the Fever, led by Caitlin Clark, made a thrilling surge into the playoffs and became one of the WNBA's most exciting teams. But after a swift 2-game sweep by the Connecticut Sun, even Caitlin acknowledged what was missing: playoff experience and veteran presence. That's exactly why Dana was brought in. At first, she looked like the perfect fit, saying all the right things, embracing a team-first mentality, and stepping into the role of a steady, guiding veteran.
And also joining a team that's just impressive. I think everybody's seen the second half of their season, and it was an unbelievable season. And I just felt like they had a dynamic core, and I just wanted to be another puzzle piece into what they had. And hopefully I can give my knowledge, my leadership, and give it to these young players. So when I retire, they can pass it along. So I feel like they're young, but I also feel like they're a great young. They don't need too much coaching and too much leadership. They kind of figured it out themselves, and I'm just hoping that I can add to it and make basketball a little easier for them, and as well they can make it a little easier for me.
She got a hero's welcome. Fever fans instantly embraced her, buying her jersey, showering her with support, and welcoming her in a way she'd never experienced in her career. Like the rest of the off-season additions, she seemed genuinely excited to be in Indy, energized by the chance to play for a championship contender in what had become the hottest basketball market in the world. Or at least, that's how it seemed.
I guess to that point, how does this kind of compare to what you are used to?
Oh man, yeah, totally different atmosphere. The support here has been just phenomenal. I really can't go anywhere. I've been here like a week and a half, and everywhere I go, it's just like, we're excited for the season. Thank you for being here. So it's been really, really refreshing. And
you get that on the streets?
I'm sorry?
You get that on the streets?
Yeah, everywhere I go, it's just, can't even go to the grocery store without someone saying how excited they are. So it's just been really refreshing. I'm excited to be here.
And Caitlin, despite all her accomplishments and remarkable poise, is still just 23, learning and adapting on the fly. She was genuinely excited to have Dana on the team. As she said in the clip earlier, she saw Dana as a selfless leader, someone willing to do whatever it took to chase a championship. But was that really the case? Dana got off to a promising start, climbing to third on the all-time scoring list during the Fever's dominant win over the Sky. But from there, things unraveled quickly. She struggled offensively, averaging just 7 points per game, less than half of the 15 she posted last season. And while that slump was partly on her, it also raised broader questions fans and analysts were already whispering. Did the front office bring in the right pieces to support Caitlin Clark, and did head coach Stephanie White actually have a cohesive plan to make this roster work?
I don't know what Stephanie White's doing exactly. I don't have a clue. Again, I don't know what the identity of this team is. I really don't. It seems like they play a different way every game. One could say, well, that's her game plan. She's game planning for each team. How's that working out for you?
Whatever the cause of the slump, after just 9 games, Dana was suddenly out of the lineup, listed as out for personal reasons. The timing was notable. It happened to be the same game Caitlin Clark returned from injury against the Liberty. Just before that, head coach Stephanie White had also missed time for personal reasons, so naturally, fans responded with concern, assuming it could be something serious or family-related. But as Dana continued to miss game after game with no injury designation, no updates, and no clear timeline for return, that initial concern slowly turned into confusion.
Multiple league insiders are reporting to Annie Costabile, of course Annie Costabile is breaking this news, of Front Office Sports, that DeWanna Bonner has quote-unquote no interest in returning to the Indiana Fever, instead wanting to be in landing spots with either the Phoenix Mercury or the Atlanta Dream.
Then the rumor mill kicked into overdrive. Fans noticed Dana had deleted Fever-related posts from her social media. Whispers started spreading jersey orders reportedly weren't being fulfilled at the team store, and her banner was allegedly taken down from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Whether all of that was entirely accurate almost didn't matter, because the team's silence only added fuel to the fire. With no updates, fans did what fans do. They started searching for clues, connecting dots, and deep down, bracing for the worst. Turns out, they were right.
Obviously, there were reports today that DB doesn't intend to return to the team. Just what conversations have you had with her and with the front office about that?
Yeah, I've had a lot of conversations recently. Really been focused on the group that we have right here and what we need to do to position ourselves to win.
This wasn't just online gossip anymore. Multiple reputable outlets were now reporting it. Dana Bonner was as good as gone. Naturally, all eyes turned to head coach Stephanie White. With the news breaking, surely now we'd get some clarity, some transparency about the situation. But when she was asked about it, crickets.
No comment is a comment. No explanation is an explanation. If we were trying to get back, we would have said, oh, we're trying to get back. We're trying to work some things out behind the scenes so both parties are satisfied moving forward. We don't even get that.
And Dana's agent wasn't commenting either, which, let's be honest, spoke volumes. If the reports were false, it would have been easy to shut them down with a quick denial, a tweet, a short statement. But the silence that wasn't just a no comment, that was practically confirmation.
Says here, multiple sources told Front Office Sports the fit in Indiana was off in the beginning. Bonner, who was signed to be an anchor to win with championship experience for the team's young core, was expected to be a starter. So basically, she stunk it up, got benched for Alexi, and was pissed. But it is what it is.
And remember how we all talked about Dana as that selfless veteran leader, someone who just wanted to win a championship and do whatever it took to contribute well. If these reports are accurate, that mindset vanished the moment she was moved to the bench. Apparently, she wasn't on board with a reduced role. And instead of embracing the opportunity to mentor the young core or help Caitlin Clark handle the early season pressure, she checked out.
She's on our team. We want to support her. Let's just give her some grace. And now we get some clarity on that situation. Now we get some understanding of that situation, and all of that grace can get thrown right out the window.
You have people fearing the worst for her family. You have people fearing the worst for everything. You have people saying that they hope everything's good with DeWanna Bonner. It turns out she apparently is just pissed off that she wasn't a starter.
Now, I'll get into why this might actually be a blessing in disguise in just a moment, but right now, this stings for Fever fans. They rolled out the red carpet for Dana. They embraced her as a leader, a culture setter, someone who was supposed to help guide this young core to a championship. And during her absence, fans didn't just move on, they were genuinely concerned for her well-being. Now, to hear she may have walked away simply because she didn't like coming off the bench? Fans feel blindsided. And worse, betrayed.
She posted it during the game at like 11 p.m. At like 11 p.m.
Then there's this. Dana isn't exactly known for being super active on social media, but during the Fever's game against the Storm, right after the news of her exit broke, while she was still on the roster, still being paid by the team, and still officially listed as out for personal reasons, she chose that moment to post on Instagram. Not about the game. Not about the team. Just a casual, for fun post like nothing was happening. And that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Again, an Instagram post by itself isn't a big deal. But when you rarely post at all and then suddenly decide to drop one late at night, while your team is mid-game, while you're out for vague personal reasons, and after fans have spent days genuinely worried about you, it just hits different. Whether it was intentional or not, it left a bad taste in fans' mouths. And speaking of bad feelings, that brings us to the next part of the report. Sources say the situation in Indy just felt off from the beginning. Yes, Dana's play was off, averaging less than half her usual points per game, but this suggests it wasn't just a basketball issue. The chemistry wasn't there. And some are even speculating that her partner, Alyssa Thomas, may have influenced her decision. At the end of the day, it's better to move on than to hang on to someone who doesn't want to be there. If you're still here, drop it in the comments to let me know.